New this morning, need cash? Inflation has a lot of people looking for ways to bring in more money.
Yeah, and this week on the Dying to Ask podcast, we're looking at ways to maximize that side hustle. Here's Deirdre Fitzpatrick with a preview of her conversation with the CEO of Constant Contact.
Frank, a significant number of people say they are thinking about starting their own business through a side hustle right now.
Yeah, Deirdre, we asked 1,200 people what they might do or what they are doing in the face of a potentially adverse economy. And 45% of the respondents said they are either already doing a side hustle or are considering doing a side hustle to add safety or protect their income.
That's a lot of people. When people start their own business, you obviously learn a lot. Well, what are they telling you are the biggest challenges for them?
Yeah, if they have to raise funds, they say it's access to capital. And beyond that, they say it's marketing, writing a business plan, and networking, getting their business out there and promote it.
So in terms of getting the word out, what tends to be good advice for somebody who is just thinking about starting a side hustle?
Yeah, great question. So generally, you've gotten into a side hustle because you're doing something you love or you're great at or both, which is generally not the things we talked about, marketing your business. And so my advice to the small business owner is do what you do well and leverage tools to get done what you don't have time or don't do well.
Are you finding that people taking on a secondary job or a side hustle tends to be more prevalent in certain age groups too?
Actually, no. We see diversity. We see resilience. We see as many people with experience that have been aspiring to do this when they have the wherewithal to do it.
And then the biggest mistake that people make when they take on a side hustle?
They try to do it all. They try to do it all and don't get the help they need. A small business is usually a person of one or a one and their family. And so making sure you do well and leveraging your community, and community is so important in small business, but your community, your neighbors, and the tools available to you through all the technology out there.
We saw a lot of people road testing a lot of side hustles that turned into businesses during the pandemic, didn't we?
Yes. Whenever we see a downturn in the economy, contrary to what people might believe, there is typically a huge increase in the number of new business inceptions. During the pandemic, or at the start of the pandemic, the first 3 months, we saw a 127% increase in the number of new businesses created. And most of those start through a passion from a side hustle that gets converted into a money-making venture.
Now, Deirdre's conversation with Frank Avella continues on this week's Dying to Ask podcast. Just search Dying to Ask wherever you listen to podcasts or scan that QR code right there. It'll take you to the episode.